It's 5 a.m. and I'm awake, which must mean it's time for another new season of Fortnite. At the time of this writing, servers are down as we update the game for then 10th season, which Epic is calling Season X. The theme this go around is out of time, which means this whole thing is sort of a twisted best of. We're bringing back old points of interest with new twists, and most of the Battle Pass skins are variations on old skins. So let's take a look. I was a little worried about the idea of going over old territory, but it's clear that a lot of work went into making these old skins cool again. Let's dive into all the new Battle Pass skins available in Season X. X-Lord, what if Rust Lord was way sexier? Maybe in a punk band? This seems to be the question that Epic Games asked itself before bringing Rust Lord back, and what they got was this shirtless dude swinging dual pickaxes. He starts off with a pretty lame jacket, but he reveals his six-pack, his tattoos and his too cool to build attitude in a later style option that gets his shirt off. Catalyst, your other starting skin this season. Catalyst is actually female Drift, who we saw in one of the pre-season teasers. Like Drift, she starts off as a sort of generic 20-something, but she starts to come into her own once she gets the iconic Kitsune mask and jacket. She can even get that mask in a slick shade of black, which is likely what I'll be rolling with at the beginning of the season. Tilted Tenique, similar to Rust Lord, graffiti artist Tenique already had a sort of punk style when she showed up in Season 4. That's styled way up now, with a sleeveless tee, some tattoos, some wild blue hair, paint-stained pants and some black sneakers. Tenique was a real straightforward skin when she was first unveiled, even if she did become something of a sex symbol. This one is a whole lot more elaborate. Using a bandana instead of Tenique's respirator does not seem quite as safe. Yonder, DJs like Marshmello make their names on basically never taking off their iconic helmets, but that doesn't seem to be DJ Yonder's style. In his new variation he starts off with a striking LED jacket over a black suit to kick his whole thing to a much classier place, but he also takes off that helmet in a later unlockable style. I never really used DJ Yonder, but I could easily see myself going all over the island as Yonder. Sparkle Supreme, is this an old skin? I'm not sure. I feel like it is, but I can't quite place it. Regardless, Sparkle Supreme's whole thing seems to be classy disco, with an overall theme that seems more like Season 9's futurism more than anything else. The real prize comes with her last unlockable style, which gets some disco ball lights floating all over her body. Eternal Voyager, so, Dark Voyager was already pretty cool, but Eternal Voyager is something else. He starts off more or less like a green version of the old skin, but when he takes his helmet off you see what he's all about. Apparently, the Dark Voyager was a Ghost Rider-inspired nightmare astronaut with a flaming skull hidden underneath that helmet. And the skull has what looks like rabbit teeth. It's a whole thing. Ultima Knight, this guy is brand new, and this guy is something. Something like a combination of Ruin and the Ice King. Ultima Knight is a big hulking beast of tier 100 skin that seems to prefer swinging around one giant hammer. He's beefy enough that he looks like he might even have a larger hitbox, though we know that's the case. Unlockable styles are all pretty straightforward color swaps, because I'm not sure where you go once you already a giant monstrous knight.